YouTube? Welcome back to the Wandering Village. In this episode, we'll be going through the desert. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let's hop into it. You will be coming across this nomad patch soon, so we can pick these guys up, have them start grading some compost for us. Oh, this is full, so we're not going to be quite moving here. We can choose between compost and biogas. I'm going to allow those two options. These guys came back from the dune. They brought 26 sand back. And these guys came back. And I'm going to hit this oasis, or both of these oasis. Just for the fact that I believe they bring back water, and I would like to make sure that we do have some water stockpiled. Let's just check. We have a group of nomads looking for a home. We're gonna pick them up. So that's 3 healthy people. We have 1 extra worker. I'm gonna double check here on the farms real quick. So our herbs are fine. They will continue to grow, even though if it's at a slower rate, we will still be collecting. Our heal shrooms we can no longer grow. So I'm gonna set these to just farm just mushrooms. Does require water. So I might disable one of these 2 for now. Just while we are in the desert. We do have the beets, they cannot grow here. Cactus flourishes and corn does. Now corn requires water, cactus does not. So what we could do is eventually set up a second farm. And that way we can do the same shape as the one we have. Now there are some obstacles in the way, but that should be fine. Along with these 3 plots we're gonna lose, but that's okay. That's not a big deal. Well, I might remove this, although it's gonna make him upset. So yes, okay. This works out fine. We do have a decision here. What appeared to be a quarry turns out to be an Onbu excavation site filled with the petrified bones of a giant. This looks like the perfect spot to scavenge some rare resources. There are probably spores here. We'll grab some stones and leave. Or we have to be careful. A dead Onbu is often a site of spreading spores. Let's keep our distance. We have a lot of medication, so I'm not too worried about the spores. We're good on stone. So let's take the risk. 2 workers got poisoned. That's okay. They can go get healed. We have a lot of medication at the doctor's. Okay, and now that we're not producing heal shrooms, I'm going to disable the pharmacy for now, just to give us some extra workers. And we have 3 unemployed workers. We are set to plant cactus. We could boost growth that way. And we still have beets to work off of. Now, food-wise, good. We're still only eating cooked foods. Okay, and we do have... Now we have another farm set up. So I'm gonna set them to corn, and I'm just gonna come across and up, and I'm gonna hit this upper line here. It looks like these 2 will overlap. That's fine. I'm not too picky as long as we're using the space. I'm gonna add 2 more workers to that. We do have 1 more unemployed worker. We have 5 workers here. 4. So I'm gonna do 5 and 5 for the farms, just because we are missing out on some of our mushroom farms and our pharmacies. Everything else should be good. These 2 are gonna be done relatively soon. I'm gonna keep saying that, but hopefully relatively soon is relatively sooner. Are we happy with where we are? Food quality is okay. Food variety is okay. We could use more decoration and housing quality. Now, I guess I could go ahead and upgrade some of these homes. those. It's because we don't need as much housing space as we have, and we can start being picky with the groups that we pick up and whatnot. Just because we don't want a necessarily super large population. I like to keep it around what we have right now, because we will be, each biome we will be moving around the different workers and stations that can and can't produce certain items. Our research on the nursery seems to be going well, and then we will get the forester right after that, and we'll be able to start working on a sustainable wood source at most. Okay, so we have a decision here. Again, we're just going to be confident, look for another way out. We did lose a worker. That is unfortunate. One of them did get lost, but we did get 14 iron ore. We do have a group to the north, which our Onbu will be going, that we can pick up some more nomads. So it's not terrible. Was it worth the ore for the life? Not necessarily, but that's what happens when you take chances. That being said, we do have a nursery here. Now, this spot will give us 100% efficiency, so I think we want to go for 100% efficiency down here. And we will build around this eventually, but in the meantime, let's make this our wood farming area. I don't think so. We are going to pick them up just to have some more workers. There's a shrine over here hidden in the fog, so I'm gonna grab that. And I'm going to grab this mine and this oasis. Do have a decision here. Last time we were confident that we would get iron ore and then someone died, so we're just going to check another way out. And we managed to find 6 knowledge, which is pretty big. I would like to get the decontaminator going. Decontaminate the there. But at the same time, I also should go into iron and glass blowing so we can start building bigger constructs. Let's go into glass blowing. Now this looks to be like a poison forest, and I don't want to go through that if possible. But I also think it might connect around the same way the desert did, so I'm gonna wait and see before we come up to this crossroads and try to make a decision. I could send a group out to the poison forest just simply due to the fact that we are stacked on medicine. I'm not too worried about getting poison from a forest. Now, an entire biome is a different story. Forest, not so much. Food kind of looks like it's struggling, and we can build a warehouse. So, what I would like to do is possibly set that up back here. I'll put the warehouse up here. And then this can be deconstructed, and we will build another wood hut. Another sawmill up here. And that will collect, or no, not here. To do it across this one. And just check on our farms to see where they're at. We are out of beets, so I'm gonna set both these kitchens to start making polenta. And this as well, so this will store everything. Can be harvesting to gain water. Okay, that makes sense actually. And we're quite healthy on water. I will let this run for a little bit longer just to see where we get. I would like to deconstruct these buildings, hopefully not losing everything in the process. And that would just give me space for more homes. The nice homes, at least. We are still growing some, so I might switch this kitchen over to mushroom stew. We are about to get into a cooler climate, which means a few things. Primarily switching all our farms back over. I can go out to this mine and this mine and that quarry. Okay, now it is colder, so we're gonna go back to harvesting beets until we can get other foods. I believe we're researching tomatoes, so now we're doing glass blowing. Okay. So we're gonna open those back up. I'm gonna open this farm back up, even though we don't quite have the workers for it. I take a worker from here. Then I am gonna open up this building again. We are 3 workers short. But that is okay. We're gonna keep the berries. We're gonna keep the polenta going until we are out of corn. We're gonna let our beets build up a little bit in the meantime. This building can be deconstructed now that that rock's gone. And truthfully, we are not pinched on space that much, so I might just leave them unemployed at the moment. We do have some nomads. We are going to take them. So we do need workers. We do have 1 unemployed worker, so we can go ahead and designate him a spot. 2 mushroom workers. We have 2 doctors, and we have 2 people working at the pharmacy. Now, these are full. The nursery is full. The farms are farming. Berry gatherers are full. The only other thing I can think of would be the kitchens. Yes, we're gonna add an extra worker here so we can continue making food. Are running slightly low on food, so we should prioritize that. Now that being said, I am gonna add compost to this section of beets just so we can start building up some food a little bit faster. It looks like we have picked up all the corn in the area. Okay, and he's gonna continue walking now that we're through the cold snap. Our ones again slightly struggling on food. I wonder. Mushroom stew is a little bit of a struggle, so we're gonna make beet soup instead. We have no space for planting, which means the workers are working effectively and we can increase their working space. We should have a few things to build here. We do have the glass blower. So I can set him up over here and we will keep this empty space. And we also have the Onbu kitchen and feeding trebuchet. Now that can place up here if we harvest this spike. And that way these 2 buildings are conveniently close enough to each other. As for the kitchen, it does take up a little more space than I would have hoped, but we can place it here. Actually, I think that would be our best bet, is to pop it in here. I would like to see them get rid of this stone. I'm sorry, Momo, I love you. I don't want to do it, but it needs to be done. Okay, and then we can throw our feeding trebuchet up in here. I'd like to put it there and just build another piece of road up towards it. We have constructed the kitchen, so we are going to leave that open. We still have 81 corn to go through, so I'm gonna leave that for now. And we are steadily increasing our beets. As for workers, we do need 4 more people, but that is okay at the moment. We are out of water. We do have a rainstorm coming in. So I'm going to just speed up and let him walk through it, just so we can collect up some water. All 3 of our scouts are back. We do have a forest we can go into, so I'm going to send a party out there, and hopefully we can milk this storm just a little bit longer. Okay, and I think it wouldn't be a terrible time to increase some of our housing rating. I'm just going to go in and grow some plants in there. Send a party out to that quarry quickly. We're going to be researching wheat, which is also ideal in these conditions. So I'm gonna grow wheat in the second farm here. As for corn, we are still chunking through. And as we get into this new biome, I am going to stop here. I think we have some decent progress. We upgraded some of our homes to more shacks, as well as getting our compost set up, our sapling set up, and increasing our overall food storage. Now, we do need workers, but I think that this is a solid place. And it's perfectly on day 50. Wow. And that's going to be all for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment letting me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!